Hello, y'all. This is Kev, coming to you from Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Just got some bad news. A police shooting in Chicago, and just wanted to come to you and inform you of the details. Uh, but as always, here's what I ask you guys to do. If for anyone watching, if you haven't, look below this screen and please hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell, and we'll definitely come to you with more content. I promise. Well, let's get right to it, shall we? Um, an armed security guard, black man, was shot outside of a suburban bar in Illinois after detaining a shooting suspect. People who were on the scene before the shooting happened were screaming at cops, saying that no, 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 he's a security guard. This is the guy. And they said without hesitation, the cops shot the man. Displaying once again that you cannot be an armed black man in public. And, and cops won't take your life. Every time they just see black man with gun. That's all they see. They don't see anyone else. Jamel Roberson, 26-year-old black security guard, was shot dead by a Midlothian police officer responding to a shooting inside of Manny's Blue Room Bar in Robbins, Illinois, at about 4 a.m. on Sunday morning. And witnesses on the scene say that the officer shot the wrong man. The whole thing started when security threw a group of drunk men um, out the bar shortly before 4 a.m. Meaning that some of us were just having a good time. You know how some of us be fucking up shit, and then we can't act right, and then we get mad when we can't win in a situation. So what these guys can't did was come back and shoot inside the bar. Like, what manner of fuckery brings you to do that bullshit is beyond me. You got kicked out of a bar because you couldn't conduct your fucking self, and you want to come back with guns a blazing. Horrible. Well, Robeson, security guard working there, interjected, took his gun, shot back at the suspects, and detained one of the men outside. That is, of course, until cops arrived on the scene and gunned Jamel Roberson down. Um, just in case you were wondering, maybe not, Jamel Roberson was aspiring to be a Chicago police officer. Um, his family is devastated, torn up by it, and my condolences go out to him. I'm about to show y'all a news clip here, and that will give you more details than I can on what happened. And if I see something that jumps out at me during this report, I will comment on it. You know, this comes courtesy of Fox 31 Denver. Um, but they actually, I think they got this news clip from WGN. So here we go. Let's set everything up. Get rid of this music. Set everything up here. Just bear with me for a moment. Screen share looks funky. All right. Got a little ad going. Oh boy. Let's see. Get through this ad first, and then I'll show the news report itself. Oh, come on.
Take a stand. United Way of Metro Chicago fights for the health, education, financial stability, and safety
funny they
of
should
every
mention
person,
Chicago.
every neighborhood. Change doesn't happen alone. And to live better, we must live united. We're waiting for the medical examiner to release the findings from that deadly police-involved shooting. Midlothian police say it was one of their own officers who fired that deadly shot, but they have yet to identify that officer. He was just breathing, bro. A glimpse of the chaos outside of Manny's Blue Room in Robbins early Sunday after several people were shot inside. 26-year-old Jamel Roberson was one of...
All right, that's Jamel Roberson right there, the 26-year-old security guard that was gunned down. Just wanted you to take a longer look at him than in the actual report himself. This young man is no longer here. Yes, there he is wearing his Chicago Cubs baseball jersey. Okay.
Several security guards working that night, and he was shot and killed by police.
Yeah, somebody on the ground with his knee in his back with his gun on him, like, don't move.
Adam Harris was outside when a Midlothian police officer shot and killed Roberson. I talked to him again this morning, and he says those outside the club tried to warn officers that Roberson, who was armed and wearing a bulletproof vest, was one of the good guys.
We all yelled, he's a security, and without giving any thought, they shot him. The vest said security as well. The vest said security. On the front. Yes. Clearly said security, and they shot him in the side.
Witnesses say...
Yeah, so basically all they did was, okay, they can't read. Obviously, police officers can't read, and all that little training that they do to, the one where they put the little decoys up, and they have to react, make sure they don't shoot the wrong person. Like, that may be TV shit, but they're not trained very well to see certain things. If you can't fucking see what is in here, why should you carry a gun? But that's just me.
Roberson kicked out a group of drunk bar patrons that night, and they came back and fired into the club, hitting several people. Roberson, who was armed, returned fire and was detaining one of the suspects when he was shot by police. Roberson, from Chicago's West Side, described as a talented musician who played for several churches.
He loved law enforcement so much until he was preparing for the next police exam, because his dream was always to be a Chicago police officer.
Midlothian's police chief says two of his officers were called to the scene to serve as backup to Robbins Police Department. One of those officers fatally shot Roberson. His family is now having a hard time coping with this reality.
They are.
Distraught. They are hurt, trying to find out answers, trying to figure out why did this have to happen. I mean, we had a young man that was just doing his job, and to think that he was shot by a police officer is insane totally.
The 4 people shot prior to police arriving are all dealing with non-life-threatening injuries. That includes one of the shooting suspects. The sheriff's department says that Roberson did have a valid firearm owner's identification card, but he did not have a concealed carry permit.
So the fuck what? Why can't these officers act like they can't fucking see? Oh man, I mean, just every time you hear about one of these things, it kind of does something to you. But I don't know. As a people, are we just losing our awareness on this, or we're becoming desensitized, or is this just as sickening from one to the next? I'm getting sick of it. I know some of you out there are. And now this family has to bury their kid, a kid that wanted to be a police officer. and you know, he could have been one of those good guy cops. I mean, he was good enough to stop a police. I mean, he was good enough to stop some young men from shooting and firing and possibly killing people inside of a nightclub. Like, shoot, he sounds like a very good guy. And the sad part about it is always, always, almost always one of the good guys. And it's sad. Rest in peace to Jamel Roberson. You know, is a really sad thing. All right, guys. Yeah, I'll be coming to y'all with a video in a little bit, you know, and it has something to do with the history of the corruption in the Chicago Police Department. Because there is one day in history that needs to be visited, and it's coming up. So just be on the lookout for that video. And once again, if you like my content, you know, I just want to throw this in. You can subscribe, you can hit the notification bell, and I will get back to you guys later on. You know, possibly do a live chat. Just want to just extend an invitation to invite some people onto my platform, and you know, come up. You know, let's talk about some stuff. Come up with some things. You know, I've had a couple of YouTubers already wanted me to come on their platforms, and if those guys are listening, yeah, let's do this. So, all right. I hope you guys are safe out there, and everything in your lives is good and productive. And just know this: just think about how lucky you guys are, because you know Jamel Roberson doesn't get that chance anymore, and it's a shame. All right. Just wanted to share my thoughts. I will talk to you guys later.